Welcome back to FM Storey. We're into the second half of season 11 of the South American Glory Hunt save. We went to Atletico Mineiro to try and win the Copa do Brasil, only to find out for some unknown reason this season they're not in the Copa do Brasil. So we've had a relatively straightforward season with the State Championship and the league. We've got no Copa do Brasil, as we said, no South American Cup competitions either. We picked up a lot towards the end of the last episode. We're up to 6th in the league table. We're not going to challenge for the title. We're too far back from Sao Paulo at the top of the table. But as long as we can finish in a strong position, hopefully we're building a squad that if we are in the Copa do Brasil next season, we can take advantage and win the trophy. So without further ado, let's get into the action. We're now approaching the end of August and a big game coming up against Santos, who are a couple of places below us in the league. We've played one game since the end of the last episode, which was a 4-1 victory away at Botafogo to make it 5 wins on the spin and 12 games unbeaten in the league. And hopefully we can continue this run against Santos. We have a couple of issues in that without Dimas, who's first choice right back, and Zaferis is out injured. But otherwise, we've got a fairly strong side available, and hopefully we can go there and pick up another 3 points. So we've been forced into 2 changes to the side that played last time out against Botafogo SP. Celso's coming at right back instead of Dimas, as we said, because he was suspended, and Ferreiro's coming for the injured Zaferis. And hopefully we can continue this good run of form. Very little happening in this game so far. They've had a lot of possession. They've gone short with a corner, pulled it back to the edge of the area. I mean, if this is what they planned, it was a strange corner, but they're into the box and we're 1-0 down. We just let them pop it around on the edge of the box, and then Guillaume then gets some space, pulls away from the defence, and then just fires it across the keeper. And there we go, half-time 1-0 down, and we really have not been at the races so far. 33% possession, 4 shots all off target. We've not seen an attacking highlight from us at all, and we need to be a lot better in this second half. Right, we made one change at half-time. Fuji was struggling a bit fitness-wise, so we brought Rafael on. Early corner for us, Alvarez in towards that near post. Still alive. Negredo now. Wide to Araujo. Beraldo back to Landazuri. Perez finds Celso in space on this right. He slightly overran it. He's won it back though. And then Negredo hammers it home. And we've quickly, at the start of the second half, got ourselves back on level terms. A bit of a mess from both teams there. Once Perez finds Celso, his first touch is heavy. He wins a challenge. And then the defender dithers, and then Celso finds Negredo, and he fires home. Right, another corner, Alvarez, this time to the far post. Landazuri gets up, heads home, and we've turned this game around, and we're 2-1 in front away from home here. It's just lifted to the back post, and Landazuri just sneaks in and heads home at the far post. Right, Landazuri back to Beraldo, Ferreiro to Perez with time. He finds Celso on the right. His pass is blocked, and now they're looking to attack down that left, but Rafael gets across, finds Perez, Celso into Rafael. Knocking the ball about nicely, but then go back to Felipao in goal. Beraldo finds Araujo, some lovely crisp passing, and then we've just dwelled on the ball in midfield, and now they're pouring forwards. Diaz goes past his man, and luckily Felipao turns it behind for a corner. Into the near post, headed away. They've worked it into the box, and we've conceded another corner. Headed up in the air and acrobatically headed away, and then Rafael brings it clear even further. Still going, and then they've made a challenge, but we've touch wood, so far we've defended pretty well. Balls into the box from corners and set pieces. Alvarez back to Landazuri. Beraldo on to Perez. Celso now into the box, drives towards the byline, crosses it, and Alvarez sneaks in at the back post, gives us a bit more comfort, puts us 3-1 up. And this good run's continuing. Perez finds Celso in space. He just shifts it and drives to the byline and plays it across the 6-yard line for Alvarez to steal in and score. And then from the kick-off, they're now looking to get straight back into the game. Celso gets back to make a challenge, but they've still got it. But then Araujo nicks it down the left-hand side here. Can we get the ball in the box? We've got plenty of players there. The keeper parries it out as far as Celso, and on his weaker foot, he couldn't keep it down. Right, they've got the ball. They're looking to spring forward here. Shot from the edge of the box. Felipao gets his hand to it. As we approach injury time, it has gone behind for a corner. We've headed that one up in the air, and then he was always leaning back, and it was never going to be on target. And there we are, full time, 3-1, comfortable performance in that second half, and another 3 points as we march on up the table. We're now into October, and we've had, the run of form has just continued on from where we were before. You can see that the board feel that we're doing an A+ job. We're up to third. We've got a big game coming up against Flamengo. It's not going to do us much difference where we are in the league table. It's not going to change based on this game. Obviously, we last saw that Santos game where we won 3-1. We then won 2-1 at home against Botafogo. We won 3-1 away at Atlético Paranense. 5-1 at home against Fortaleza, and then in the most recent game, 2-0 against Atlético Goianense. And yeah, that's 10 wins on the bounce, and unbeaten in the last 17 in the league. So hopefully we can keep it going. Obviously, Flamengo second in the table. It's going to be a big ask, but we have done pretty well. Our goal difference is nothing like the goal difference of Sao Paulo and Flamengo, who are above us, but it's still plus 25. We've now won 16 out of 29 with those 10 wins on the bounce. And things are going well. In terms of the individual stats, we've got both Alvarez and Ceferis right up at the top of the assist charts with 8 assists each. And now it's just about finishing the season strongly and then getting the recruitment right in the off-season before, hopefully, we're in the Copa do Brazil next season to have a crack at that. So this is the side we've selected to face Flamengo. Now, unfortunately, we have lost another central defender in Bellardo, who has had, at the end of the summer window for European clubs, He had his minimum fee release clause triggered by Brentford. So we've got a pairing of Perez and Pontes in central defence. We're unfortunately missing our first two choice defensive midfielders. Landazuri is suspended and Seferis is injured. So we've got 17-year-old Nathaniel Garcia making his first start and Ferreiro alongside him. But hopefully we can continue this good run of form we've been on. Right, a throw for them in our half. They've gone over the top. Sousa crosses towards the back post. They've got a header on it. It's looped over everyone, come back off the bar. And we've survived. I mean, this is a big game for Flamengo at the top of the table, with them being so close on points to Sao Paulo. Throw for us, Dimas to Fuji. Back to Perez. Mateusao goes back to Perez. Dimas now cutting in. We've gone back to Felipao. And Pontes finds Ferreiro. Araujo now down this left. Looking to go around the side. Crosses into the box. It's headed clear. And now they're going to try and counter-attack. But Araujo, the centre forward left it behind. Araujo wins it back. Ferreira finds Garcia. What a ball for Negredo. And the keeper makes a good save in the one-on-one. And it goes behind for a corner. Alvarez to take it. Lifts it to the back post. It's headed. Perez, can he keep it alive? No. We've got us chasing the ball in their half here. And now there's space on the flank. Ojeda. And everyone's missed it. It's hit Marcus Vinicius and gone in. So Sousa gets it out to Ojeda, because Araujo had pushed into Sousa. He fires it in low. The keeper missed it. Their centre forward missed it. Our defender missed it. And it was a tap-in. Right, Alvarez with another corner. This one to the near post. And the header comes back off the woodwork before it's hammered out for another corner. Another one from Alvarez. Another one towards the near post. And the header's flicked over the top of the far post. Right, Dimas with a throw. Garcia goes back to Perez. Garcia again finds Dimas on the right. Can you get a cross in? A low cross. Negredo made great movement. Fires it past the keeper. But was he offside? I think probably yes. Has been given. So Garcia gets it out to Dimas, who just takes his man on. Fires it in low. And Negredo gets in between the two defenders. And fires past the keeper from 6 yards out. Just about behind the ball, movies. And there we are, half-time 1-1. If you look at the match stats, it's pretty even. It's probably a fair scoreline at half-time. And just a similar performance in the second half, and hopefully we can nick another goal and come away with a victory. Right, we've sent the same team out to start the second half. Very little happening at the start of the second half. A free kick for them, though. Going short into the midfield. And they've somehow managed to carve us out open there. And luckily, Felipao stays big, makes the save, puts it behind for a corner. Away swinger to the near post, and it's headed well over the top. Right, a throw for them. Lifted into the box. Felipao comes and claims it. Goes long. They win the header. And it's just going to come straight back at us here. Sousa making a run in behind. Crosses low. And luckily it gets the deflection straight into the arms of Filipao. Who then goes long again. And again, it's just going to come back at us. Sousa now running the channel, low ball in, and another great save by Filipao. He's really keeping us level in this game at this rate. And he couldn't, eventually, there was going to be one he couldn't keep out. He gets his hands to it, but too much power on the header. And it's 2-1. Just front post. I mean, he should, given some of the saves he's made, that's probably the easiest one he had. Right, we've made a couple of changes. Perez has picked up a knock, so he's going off and Keelan's coming on. And we brought on Zangrandi for his debut up front. 17-year-old in 33 games for the youth team. He scored 28 and got 15 assists. So hopefully he can come up with something. But they've got a throw deep in our half. They've taken the time with it. They've worked it into the box. And there's Rainier to make it 3-1. And that's probably game over now. And we've not shown an awful lot in the second half, I have to say. We didn't really close anyone down at all there. Into injury time, and now I think it's too late for us to get anything from this one. And there we are. Full time. We've lost 3-1. Ends the winning run at 10. Ends the unbeaten streak at 17. And now we just need to get to the end of the season and then see where things stand as far as our future at the club from there. And there we are, the end of another episode, and our form has completely flipped from where we were earlier in the season. We're currently now sat third in the table, 5 points clear of fourth. I think that's where we're probably going to end up finishing the season, is either in third, fourth or fifth with where we are at the moment. So a big improvement on where we were halfway through the season, a big improvement on where they finished last season. And now, once we get to the end of the season, it's just going to be a question of, do we stay for the hope of the Copa do Brasil as long as we're in the Copa do Brasil next season, which we weren't this season. Join us next time to see how we can finish off the season, see if we can get back on a winning run. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you then.